Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and when I was showing you the new product review from Close to My Heart, I showed you about the Cut Above. Now this is one of the 6 Cut Above sets that they are currently offering, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. It was relaxing, didn't take a lot of work, and I put this whole kit together in very little time. Except for one, because I wanted to do that with you here today. Now, I will tell you what I learned about it. The first thing that I learned is it doesn't really have instructions. It does a little bit, but it leaves it really up to you. So it says to create the card, and it talks about what you have and that you don't need a paper trimmer or anything like that. And then it says to mix and match from the coordinating stamp set, which is sold separately, which I will show you. And then you can embellish and assemble it just as you desire, and I pretty much followed the picture. And it does say that you can stamp any color you wish, but they recommended using ruby, which is what I used, and I didn't even see that until just now when I was reading it to you. I don't know, I just must have missed that part when I was in a hurry. So I'm glad I grabbed the ruby because I felt like that was the best match. So let me set that aside. So this is the kit. Now I've used a lot of the items in the kit. You can see that I am going to have some extra baker's twine left over, which is very cool. This is the envelope that comes in the kit, so even the envelope is embellished and ready, and so that's really fun. Now the stamp set that coordinates is the B1468, which is the Merriest Christmas Holiday, and this set also coordinates with the holiday cards. These are the Christmas cards, but you can use the same stamp set for the holiday cards. So if you like to have a variety out there, you could buy one kit of the Christmas card and one kit of the holiday card, and you could just buy the one stamp set because this stamp set is designed to go with both kits. So let's do the cut and assembly. So the first thing that you see is it comes with, this is the card base and this is the front, and the back it is the solid one. This is the pretty designer piece, and so the white's going to be coming through. You have your reindeer here that goes here. And then you have, this is where you're going to be stamping your sentiment, and I'll set that aside. And then I figured out what the red bling is. It's the bling at the end of the nose of the reindeer. So the very first thing that I did was pull out my baker's twine and put it on. So I think I cut myself an extra piece while I was cutting. When you're doing cut and assemble, it's better to do one step, all of it at a time. So when you're stamping, do all your stamping. When you are assembling or cutting your baker's twine or whatever you're using, your ribbon or whatever, cut it all at once. It just saves you time. So I am going to just put this across the top, and I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm pulling it around the back. Now there's a couple of different ways that you could do this. The way that I normally would recommend, let's see if I have enough of it here, is to take a little piece of tape. You can use any kind of tape that you have on hand. Right in front of me I happen to have some washi tape, but you could use just plain masking tape, I suppose, if you wanted. Usually what I used to do before I started using masking tape is when I was doing something like this, I would use just plain old Scotch tape, plain old clear transparent tape. This is something that I actually learned watching My Pink Stamper years ago, and I have used that all the time. It saves ribbon, you don't have to join it, and it saves bulk on the back of your card. So just like that. Then the next thing that we're going to do is adhere our main panel down. So I'm pretty generous with this adhesive because I am using that baker's twine. I want to be sure that it does not come up, because even though we reduced the amount of bulk in the back, we did not eliminate it. So I want to really make sure that I have enough back there that it's not going to come up. And then always make sure that you're putting it on right side up. Ask me how I know. Yes, I've done it wrong before. And I'm just going to line that up, and I'm just eyeballing it. I'm just not particular enough to get out stuff and measure. So there's the first part of our card going together. You can see how quickly this is going together. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, sorry about that, I was waiting for a very important message, is to put my reindeer on. Now, I recommend, I don't have any of our glue. We have our broad tip Bonding Memories glue. We have the broad tip, and it's a little bit too big for this, but we also carry a small one, but because I had some of these laying around, I haven't purchased a small one, but that's the glue I would recommend. Either that, or you could use your liquid glass. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and try it with the liquid glass. The other one, I used the thinner one, but the reason why you need a good bond, my liquid glass is messed up here. Not messed up. It's very easy for the tip to get clogged. I tend to clog it all the time. And someone was talking about how to keep it from clogging, and I thought I had done that, but apparently not. But I'm just going to dot it. You could also use like your Scotch Quick Dry, but you need a really good bonding glue. Your ATG is an excellent bond, but this deer is too thin. Its legs are too thin to use it. And I discovered that you want to really hold a lot of pressure, because that glitter paper does not like to have stuff glued to it very well. And so the liquid glass should actually hold up really, really well, because it does create such a strong bond. But you are going to have to hold some pressure on it. When I was doing my other ones, when I came to this step, what I did, and actually this works better than this, I can already tell you. But what I would do is I would just hold it there for a second, and then I would do the next card on top of it, so that I was working on top of it to apply that pressure. And when you're doing all 10 of them, again, you're going to be doing all the steps, and it seemed to hold really well. But if I just held it, when I would let go, it would pop right back up. So you're going to need a good glue to bond your deer on. So now I am going to take his nose and add his nose. Just right there, and it's adhesive, so it's already done, just like that. So the last thing that we need to do is get our sentiment prepped. Now, I like this set a lot, and what I decided to do is, just for some variety, I mixed it up, and you can see there's red on all of that, and I used every single sentiment in here. I didn't use this little scallop for anything, although I suppose you could. I think maybe this one goes with the other one better. I'm not sure. I forgot to grab a block, and unfortunately my Close to My Heart blocks are put away. I'm getting ready for an open house, which is why you're seeing this video, because this is part of the open house. So I'll just pull an old block I have. So I think this one I'm going to do Christmas Joy, and I'm going to ink it up. Now remember, if you've never used clear acrylic stamps before, remember that when you first get them, sometimes they have a residue on them and you want to clean it. What I do is I put it all over my skin and then clean it and then use it, especially on something like this big old Joy, because it's such a solid image. You want to be sure that the ink will really adhere to it. Now, the other thing is use your little plastic pad that comes with the stamp set. I know I just used my finger to do that, but that's because I was in a hurry and I got too much ink on it. There we go. So that is the ruby. Now, let me put that away. The set came with these little foam squares, and there's a couple extra ones here, but there was actually only enough to put one on it. Typically, I do a little bit more adhesive than that. You can always get more foam if you prefer. I preferred, but actually I was normally I prefer, but actually I was quite surprised that that one square really does hold it really well. And that really surprised me because I did not expect that to happen. So you can see how quickly I put that together, and I put the whole set of 10 together. I probably would have saved myself a little bit of time if I hadn't kept changing out the sentiment. So I would do 2 or 3 of one sentiment, and then I would do 2 or 3 of the other sentiment. And like I said, I would have done better had I just done 1 sentiment, but I wanted to have the variety. So you see what you get out of this is 10 gorgeous cards, and using, in my case, the different sentiments. And they're super simple. You don't have to be an expert crafter. You just, the only thing that you're really doing is assembling it and doing the 1 stamped image. But look at what you have. I mean, that is so much nicer than going down and buying a box of cards. And it looks fabulous, and you did it yourself. So as part of my special for this month, from now through the end of the week, around the 15th, we'll say, and if you place an order of any 1 set of these, along with this coordinating stamp set and the coordinating ink color. And if you have a question about which ink color goes best, just shoot me an email, and my email's down in the little description box below, and I'll let you know which color it goes. For this one, it's definitely ruby, but any 1 cut above kit with its coordinating stamp pad and coordinating ink pad, I will send you an adhesive for free. Now, the adhesive that I'll be sending is our disposable adhesive. It's not this one any longer. It's a little bit different. It's the duck adhesive. And you won't put that on your order. I will just be watching for anyone who orders all 3 of those things, and then I will send it to you in the mail. And I'll send you an email to let you know that when to expect that. But that's a special, the little duck adhesive that I'll be sending you is about, I can't remember off the top of my head how much completely, but I believe it was like a $4.50, $4.75 a piece is what they would run. But you can't even buy them in singles. From Close to My Heart, we sell them in multiple packs, but I'm going to send you one for free if you buy 1 cut above, any one, and its coordinating stamp set and the ink color. So be sure and get in on that deal, and I'll put the spot below where it goes. But be sure and check out my blog, because I am running a lot of specials in coordination with my open house, which is today the 9th, and in coordination with this new product. I've got some other specials going on, and Close to My Heart is having some great specials. So head over to the blog so you can see what those specials are, because you will not be disappointed. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.